today they are working with more than 30,000 women and helping them get livelihoods.
It's almost as if I don't speak forcefully, I'll not be heard.
The financial empowerment is very important. How to manage their finances.
I've heard of senior doctors, surgeons handing over their money to their husbands, young girls handing it over to their fathers or brothers. So it's across age groups. Unless you are able to use the money you earn to fulfill your life's aspirations, how is it going to help you in future?
We asked a few further questions. What did you do with the money? People were actually spending it on themselves. I mean, they were not really what we intended, that we would uplift that family, right? That household. But there were 10-15% women overwhelmingly were spending it on the family. So this was kind of the turning point.
When I had my son, it was one of those moments of reflecting back and saying, this is just not going to work. What came to me naturally was to quit. My boss then, what he basically told me was that, listen, quitting is the easiest thing to do in life. Why don't you give the organization a chance to partner with you and figuring out how we help you build a career continuously by investing in you working virtually. And I was like, virtually, what does that even mean? I mean, it just was like I was lost. But here we are today. I am still working from home, by the way.
Indian women put as many as 10 times hours in domestic and care work as Indian men do. And this is amongst the highest gaps in unpaid domestic work in the world. When we talk about unpaid work by women, some part of it is the unpaid domestic care work, which is also very large. But some part of it is the unpaid economic work, which is women's work on family enterprises that earn livelihoods for the family, but for which women don't get, most of the time, they don't get counted as workers. So they are unpaid helpers on family enterprises.
Because mobility being a constraint, women do lesser jobs than, deliver lesser services than men. And which is why we are trying to unlock mobility as that lever which helps women earn even more. I think that is where, the moment they are independent and not waiting for an auto or relying on a taxi, they are able to save more and earn more, do more jobs and save more.
Diversity is important. I do want diverse voices. I do want innovation to thrive. And that can only happen if I have diverse voices in the mix. But the moment you slip by saying it is a number which trumps inclusion, it is a number which trumps meritocracy, then it's a failed strategy, I would say. So I think that the key is that unwavering commitment, I would say, to performance, unwavering commitment to merit, because you want everybody to thrive by what they bring to the table in terms of competency and merit and nothing else.
I've been brought up in a very empowered way where my mom always said my daughters will study. Cooking can happen later, but my daughters will first study. Entrepreneurship is an option. And entrepreneurship is such a powerful option, right? Because you literally can create your life in the way you want it to work.
Unfortunately, given the vintage of the Indian startup ecosystem, we are yet to see women role models. They are very far and few. We know of the obvious ones, right, who have built successful funds, are fund managers, fund leaders, both in private equity and VC. But either today, suddenly we get a lot of women fund managers who are key to decision making, or we wait for that cycle to go when they grow in these funds and are able to take leadership roles.
When women come to the city, it's not just about doing a job and sending X amount of money home. It's also about freedom and emancipation and exposure and making friends and doing fun things and growing as a person. And if you don't have social infrastructure, good quality public spaces, a bus system or any kind of transport system that a woman can use, without thinking too much or without spending too much, then you're also limiting the ability of women to move in the employment ladder. So I think here is also, it's not just entering a certain work and then sort of staying what we call stuck in it.